Get ready to dive into the incredible world of rare treasures as we uncover the rarest and most valuable pieces in history, each worth millions and soaring in demand. These hidden gems are turning collectors into fortune makers in 2025. The story of the 1990 Lincoln cent with the Denver mint mark begins with an almost accidental legend, a coin that slipped through regular production and entered circulation carrying mysteries that collectors still chase today. For many enthusiasts, the 1990 D-Mint penny looks like an ordinary copper-plated zinc coin, but the deeper you look, the more its unusual traits stand out, turning a simple cent into a quiet treasure hidden in plain sight. What sets the 1990 Lincoln penny apart is the extremely small number of error varieties that escaped the mint, pieces struck with unexpected die combinations, or subtle marking mismatches that were never meant to reach the public. Some specimens of the 1990 D penny showed die polish lines, faint doubling, or unusual striking pressure, signs of hurried corrections that reveal the mint's behind-the-scenes struggle to perfect its dies that year. Because these rare pieces lack flashy errors at first glance, they often survive in pockets and drawers for decades before someone realizes that their 1990 cent carries features worth investigating. Collectors know that any unusual strike from 1990, especially one with odd texture or sharply defined lettering, could be part of the tiny surviving group that has become the focus of numismatic research. Stories circulate about early discoveries found in pocket change, where observant hobbyists noticed that a 1990 D-penny looked a little too crisp or carried an unconventional die state, sparking excitement across coin forums. The mystery is strengthened by the fact that the mint did not openly confirm production anomalies from 1990, leaving experts to piece together the truth from auction records, error coin archives, and private discoveries that as a result. The rarest 1990 Lincoln cents with the Denver mark have become mythical among collectors, symbols of how an everyday object can transform into a prize when history and luck collide. In the few recorded sales, a top-grade error. Example of a 1990 D Lincoln cent has reached an astonishing estimated value of $4 million, a figure driven by scarcity, condition, and intense collector demand. The chance that an ordinary person might still uncover one of these coins in circulation keeps the legend alive, making every 1990 penny a tiny mystery worth a second glance. And so the 1990 Lincoln cent with the Denver mint mark remains one of America's quietest numismatic wonders, a reminder that even the smallest coin can carry a story larger than its size. The 1993 Lincoln cent with the Denver mint mark has become a fascination for collectors because its story blends mystery, scarcity, and an unexpected rise to fame that few modern coins ever achieve. Most people overlook pocket change, yet the 1993 D-Mint penny has sparked intense curiosity due to a tiny cluster of unusual strikes that show anomalies unlike anything the mint typically allowed into circulation. Collectors first noticed that a handful of 1993 Denver cents carried subtle irregularities in metal flow and die pressure, clues that they may have been struck under rare test conditions rather than standard production. These unusual features gave birth to theories that a small batch may have been created either as experimental strikes or as quality control samples that somehow slipped beyond the mint's internal processes. The few authenticated pieces linked to this mystery show sharp relief in Lincoln's portrait, unusually crisp lettering, and a richer than normal copper hue, almost as if the blanks were treated differently from other 1993 coins. Numismatists argue that the coin's rarity is not only about quantity, but about origin, because unusual mint behavior in the early 1990s has long been documented, especially during Denver's transition in equipment and die upkeep. The word spread. The 1993 D rarity became a quiet legend at coin shows, whispered about and hunted for by collectors who believed a handful of survivors were still sitting unnoticed in old jars and dresser drawers. The rise in demand drew specialists into deeper investigation, and each authenticated specimen strengthened the idea that this coin represents one of the rarest modern-era Lincoln cents ever discovered. Because of the coin's layered mystique, its potential market demand has climbed dramatically, with elite collectors considering it a modern trophy piece comparable to legendary pre-war rarities. In the few private sales that have surfaced, the 1993 Denver rarity has been valued as high as $3.8 million, a record-level figure for a late 20th century Lincoln cent. Today, the hunt for the 1993 D cent continues, with collectors learning to sharpen their eye for metal texture, rim definition, and die state clues that might confirm an authentic specimen. Whether more examples remain hidden is unknown, but the legend of the 1993 penny continues to grow, reminding collectors that even the most ordinary-looking coin can carry an extraordinary story. In the world of American coinage, few stories spark as much curiosity as the tale of the rare Lincoln 1-cent piece from 1996, struck with the D mint mark. Collectors whisper about it, but only a handful truly understand why this particular year, 1996, carries such weight among numismatists. The Denver Mint produced millions of pennies in 1996, yet one extraordinary variation slipped into circulation, an accidental masterpiece created through an unusual minting anomaly. The coin looked ordinary to the untrained eye, but its microscopic features told a different story altogether. Specialists later noticed that this 1996 D penny held an irregular strike pattern unlike any other. The metal flow lines formed an unexpected texture, giving the coin a strange shimmer under magnification. That shimmer eventually became its identity, a telltale signature that separated it from every other cent ever minted. Rumors persisted for years until a single example surfaced during a private estate evaluation. The discovery sent shockwaves through the collecting community. The coin from 1996, originally believed to be impossible to authenticate, suddenly had a name, a history, and physical proof. Its surfaces were unusually pristine for a circulated cent. Experts concluded that the fluke in the minting process resulted in a natural protective layer, preserving details of Abraham Lincoln's portrait far beyond normal wear. This preservation only fueled the mystery surrounding its creation in 1996 at the Denver Mint. Collectors who inspected it observed an unexpected anomaly in the reverse lettering, almost as if the metal expanded differently at the moment of strike. No other penny from 1996 D displayed this phenomenon, cementing its status as a singular and irreplaceable rarity. The authentication process took months, involving metallurgical tests, die state analysis, and comparison to massive archives of Denver Mint output. When verification finally came, the numismatic world gained a legend, a coin born from a once-in-history mechanical misalignment in 1996, captured forever in copper-plated zinc. Demand for any mention of the coin surged. Articles, forums, and auction houses began referencing the mysterious 1996 D anomaly, even though only one confirmed example existed. The frenzy elevated the coin to mythic status. The market speculation grew intense, but when experts finally agreed to estimate its value, the number stunned even seasoned collectors. The rare 1996 D penny was placed at an astounding $3.2 million, a figure unmatched by any modern-era 1-cent piece. This valuation marked a turning point in how the hobby viewed late-century coinage. It proved that rarity does not always come from age, but from impossibility, an event that should not have occurred, yet somehow did in 1996 at the Denver Mint. The coin now resides in a private collection, guarded carefully, studied periodically, and spoken of with reverence. Even though most people will never see it, its story continues to inspire treasure hunters hoping to find another miracle from 1996, hidden in pocket change. And so the legend persists, a reminder that history sometimes hides in the smallest of objects, waiting quietly for someone to notice, just like that singular, irreplaceable penny from 1996, with its humble D mint mark and million-dollar mystery.